Hey everybody, welcome, and welcome again. Well, y'all know it's noonday, and I mean y'all are like, Tish, it's Thanksgiving, but I feel like if money don't stop, wash it out. So I'm excited about being with each and every one of you here on Money and Meals. And as you see, I have a special guest today who I think I semi-bribed to be on the show today. We're not going to be before you long, but we want to first of all start by saying from our family to yours, to those who are celebrating, happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you who are celebrating today. I know you're in the kitchen or whatever you're doing for your Thanksgiving day, enjoying it. For us here at the LaCroix House, it's a work day. So we are enjoying one another as we grow individually, but also collectively and corporately. So I'm excited about that. Now, so I posted on this post today, of course, I forgot to say, like, comment, share, start a watch party. In addition to that, definitely follow myself and my tribe at D.T. LaCroix on both Facebook and Instagram. Also, check us out on YouTube at LaCroix L.E.T. Television, LaCroix Television, I think that's what it's called. We're revamping that. This guy right here is helping me revamp that. So, with that being said, today I got him on. We want to talk about a couple of things because I'm grateful that I see the fruits of my prayer. I see the fruits of what I've desired to do, and that was for, of course, my family to tap into the very things they're great at, tap into what they've been called to do, and tap into all that great love of God. So my son, who is my oldest seed, also is in the wealth space with me. And so this is what I want to ask. I want to interview him kind of, sort of, a little bit. So I want to ask Wayne, first of all, tell the people what you're thankful for, and then we'll go from there.
Thankful for God in my life. I'm thankful for apparently that person that decided to stream the video. My family, and that's generally it.
That's good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Okay, so I'm asking a question. So, we've changed how we celebrate holidays now. Do you feel you're missing out? Do you feel that...
What am I missing out on?
I'm asking, do you feel like you're missing out on... Do you feel you're missing out? Like, we used to buy all these gifts, and we went from that to... We used to get a family gift. And even during Thanksgiving, the dollars will be up all night. Now we're kind of transitioning to doing, like, just working on some bulk of the things now. Do you feel you miss out on the traditions of holiday time?
No. Don't, because a lot of them have really negative hidden meanings behind them. Me being I was a history major, so yeah, I don't really, holidays were never that big a deal to me. They were more, to be honest, they were more for you, in my opinion.
I don't believe that's true, but okay, because...
If you're going off of when I was 7?
No, I'm talking in general. I don't believe that's true.
I wasn't really big, still not really a big person fan, so celebrating holidays with a whole lot of people was never been my thing.
Okay.
I was a food. I'll take the food, but like going out and like spending all this time with families.
That wasn't your thing?
Never really my thing.
Okay, so now I know. Didn't know that. Y'all, we learned something new here on Money and Meals. So my next question is, so William, as far as over the years, do you feel you've been getting information like wealth nuggets? Do you feel you've grown in the wealth space? Or, do you feel that you have increased in your wealth mindset over years? Y'all, please excuse the little 1-year-old who is, I don't know, she just doing what she wants to do in the background. Go ahead.
Do I feel like I've grown as a wealth individual?
Yeah, like you feel that you have, like, since we've changed some things, you've gotten to a couple of different spaces. Do you feel that your wealth knowledge, like how you look at money, is changed over the years?
Yes. I mean, you gotta look at us going from, not saying like we're just moving every other week, but like us going from different houses and how in each situation, none of those houses have been upgrades. it's showing me that, okay, you can, like, yes, sometimes it can take a little time, but you can grow in this space, in this wealth situation. Like, it's not, you don't have to just sit there. There's no right way to do anything, essentially, but you're not supposed to be just stagnant in everything you do. You have to be growing in some way.
Okay, now at 23, right? 23? Yes, he is 23. Tell me, recently you just started investing in stocks, right? Early this year. Then you also now have bought your first Bitcoin, like official. Now you bought Bitcoin to put into your trading account, but I mean officially bought Bitcoin for holding purposes. And you have tapped into the Forex space with me now, which I'm going to look into with that. How do you feel that now you've started to create these different streams of income? Does your mind like kind of shift like, okay, it is possible to me? Or do you like, listen, you know, this is different, but I know I see the fruit of it being different?
That was weird. I'm trying to think. Hold on. Oh, okay. So for me, I mean, I've already seen what it's done for you and other people in those communities.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, it was never more of it can be done type of thing. It was more of or am I really going to put forth the effort into doing it?
Mm-hmm.
That's what really slowed me down from actually attacking it first. Because I'm like, I don't want to waste money because I'm not a big fan of wasting. So if I know in certain aspects of my life, if I know I'm not going to put 100% effort into it,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't do it, or I procrastinate doing it. So when I went to school, I procrastinated on studying because I didn't really want to 100% do it.
Okay.
So that's why when I started editing, you saw me. I do it every day. I figure I find something to chop up and put some stuff behind, or I'm learning something about it because it's something I want to do.
Okay.
So that's what, if I was to give advice, that's what I would personally suggest to anybody. Like, don't waste your time. Like, I understand, like, yeah, it costs money, okay. You wasn't saying that when you was buying makeup and wigs all day, or you was buying Jordans, but you wanna at least be learning something, because you're not just because it'd be different if you're buying shoes and you're learning how to design them, or you're buying shoes and you're learning how to make shoes, but you're not. You're just gonna wear them and you're gonna be mad if you crease them, or I'll even take it for flipping the shoes, because I know a lot of people doing that. But yeah. I don't remember where I was going with that.
Sorry, y'all. The little person is in here tearing up whatever she's tearing up. And so we're looking at her mess with stuff as we're attempting to be focused on this. So let me ask you, for your generation, you're 23. Do you feel like you started early? Because I think I started late. Like, I knew about saving. I knew about banks to the extent of saving accounts and all that stuff. But do you feel like you're starting at an early enough point where you're like, okay, I'm getting it now so that I can of course, grow over time, knowing that it takes time?
In a sense, yes. You got to look at two. So you saying you started late. You asked me if I started early. You got to take into account what were the people in the generations above us teaching us. Okay. So what I'm seeing now a lot of times is people and the parents from the people that parent my generation have shown us that, hey, you can do more.
Yeah.
Like, there's more available. You don't have to do that, while their parents we're doing more of, all you need is a 3-bedroom house, a garage, and a picket fence, and everything straight. So when you do that, when you have people teaching you that consistently, it's not really benefiting you in a sense, because it's showing you that there's a limit to your happiness. So
put limits on things. That's
people are limiting things that don't have limits. You can't tell me, that's enough house. How do you know that's enough house for me?
Yeah.
How do you know that's enough money for me? How do you know that's enough cars for me? How do you know that's enough?
Whatever.
I don't know.
No, but that makes sense, because I think people put their limits on us, right? Their limits on us. So let me ask you this question. So you got into the space, and let's be very clear. I want to be very clear. He got his own account. He has his own base with his own fee every month. I invested the initial startup for him. But he's responsible for his fee every month because he's afforded the opportunity to get on lives and education at his will. Even though I can get on his back all the time, he'll tell you that. But in addition to that, I invested that into him. First off, but the second part of that is though he still has access to me. So let me say that too. I think it's so powerful who we have access to that we don't sit around and we don't take for granted the access we have. Our coach said that all the time. So I'm thinking about that when it comes to you. You have access to this wealth information, this wealth table. Do you feel that you take advantage of that?
No. Okay. Because in a sense, it's a lot of my fault because I'm not asking a lot of more questions than I should. But there's, in a sense, I don't think you can ever like full on 100% maximize that. The best you can probably do is maybe like 82%, 85%, because there's so much, you gotta take into account every day you need to be learning something. And there's so many people in our wealth group that if you're telling me, what is it? I don't know, let's say like the 5 people you talk to every day, each are learning something different. They're not gonna be able to teach you that or talk to you about that every single day as they're learning.
So what you're saying, I think what you're trying to say is that you are taking advantage of the wealth space. You just can't learn it all in one. It's always, so you're forever a student taking advantage of the wealth space.
Yes.
Okay. Because I think it just doesn't, to me, not taking advantage is like, I don't get on sessions. I don't talk to people. I don't participate in the group. I think to me, that's not taking advantage of the people who are trying to, or listening to the conversation of, like, even as we talk about Bitcoin more, I think people are taking, like, oh, that's only for the uber wealthy. Whereas you can buy $10 worth, $20 worth, and just build from there. What's big was once small. And so I think that to me is the piece of the pie that people miss. But I think what you're trying to say is that I am taking advantage of it, but there's always something for me to learn. So I never stop learning in this space. What you're trying to say. Got you, son. I'm here in my brain, in my mind. So let me ask you this. You got connected with I Am Mastery Academy. You're with HFX. And I want to let him tell it, but the reality is they'll tell you, him and my husband, I've been in this space 2 years before they joined. They just joined this year. To be very clear. Until I got them on a session about, HFX, which is high frequency binary options. It's money in minutes is what we call it, because it's really what it is. The market moving quickly. You're in and you're out in minutes. And so I got them on a session where they got to see the amount of money someone made in 3 minutes. And so at that point, he was like,
oh, okay.
Pick up from me, please.
All right. So I originally told her that I did not want to do Forex. I don't have time to be watching the trade for 4.5 days. It's a lot. It's not a lot in the sense of it's extremely difficult to learn. It does have, but it's more of I do forget about things, and I do want to look at other things while I'm doing stuff. So I might be focused on something completely different versus just sitting there watching the trade. I mean, a lot of trades you don't have to watch, but still, I don't want to do that. So if I can get an hour, I can make what they're about to make on Forex in that same day. If I can get an hour what they're about to make, I feel like, it balances out. But they're making in one trade, I'll have to trade 4 or 5 times, but we spend the same amount of time, if not less, in either way. But I'm still making money, and I can still go do my other things.
Okay.
You get in and get out. That's why I personally enjoy HFX.
Okay, let me ask you this question. So you enjoy HFX, educators, you can educate to simplify, you can understand. You get in the back office and you watch the videos. Okay? Because I want to tell people that it's real simple. It's not complicated. Like, I think people make stuff complicated, say they don't have time. I just feel like you need to make time. Like, I feel like at this point in our life, right, you can't say, well, I got to level 7 of a video game and be like, that's the end, when there's like 30 other levels of the game, but you just excited to get to level 7. I just think there's so many levels to this thing. But I want to ask you this, right? So you say you learned.
People are thinking like level 7 is the end when it's a role-playing game where you can go as high as you want to. There's no level limit.
Exactly.
So,
I agree.
So when I do like the educators because each educator has their different styles. You have your educators that are going to be loud and rambunctious. You have your educators that are just like, hey, you go in here. It's all written down. Here it is. This is where I'm going. This is where you need to go. Boom. That's how we do it. They get in. They get their trades. They hit their percentage. They're out. Or they get in. They might not hit it today. You know what? We're gonna step back for today. We're done. We're gonna go do something else.
That's good. No, that's good. I think that's absolutely what it is. So let me just go on from here. Where do you see yourself now? Like, let's say a year from now, you're in this space. What are some of your goals? Because I think that knowing where you're going is so important. I think that being in the right rooms is so important. Where do you see yourself a year from now?
In like trading?
Trading, life. Go ahead.
I don't want to divulge all my goals, but
Just give me
I'm
two
trying to
goals.
think. I do want to have my own personal space. So I would say this one. My goal as a housing option was I wanted to have a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath place. I don't really, all the other stuff, like kitchens, living rooms, we don't really need that. But I wanted 3 bedrooms. So I wanted to have a place for somebody to come. I wanted to have my own office. I wanted to have my own room. And of course, you need bathrooms. So for me to do that, I to be honest, I saw myself there before next year.
Mm-hmm.
But due to unforeseen circumstances and procrastination, right. I decided apparently that I wasn't going to be on my plan.
Okay.
So that slowed me down a bit, but I honestly, within a year, I can see me halfway there. Okay. Because, again, unforeseen circumstances happen. Things happen, people happen, random earthquakes, hurricanes, all that stuff. So when you look at it, I see it as not only, because I do video editing, and because I do other stuff for other people, I try to focus on video editing will always be my love, my passion, all that. So when I'm learning that and I'm trading, I can still take what I'm learning and flip that because I'm making money off of it. I'm getting stuff off of it. So when I use that, I want to be able to use that I'm going to be able to use that Forex stuff. That could just be money where I'm like, oh, I can put all that towards me getting this vehicle that I want.
So start right there, because I know you tell me goals. You just said something I want to talk about. So you told me the other day you did not want to. You said, Mom, I love video editing. That's my heart's desire. I love doing it. And of course, let me tell y'all, handling his management stuff with that. We're doing some revamps with the brands and the businesses, just so we can really incorporate what he wants to do and get conscious with a whole lot of stuff has to go behind the scenes, things get done. But we've listed out what to do. When we sat at the table when we were talking, because I'm gonna tell you straight up, my son is an adult, straight up, right? I don't really care about people's opinions about our relationship. I would rather him be here than to have to struggle. And it's one thing to work hard, do what you gotta do. It's a whole other beast when you have to struggle. And so I don't even see him for real because most of the time he's working. So I'm real family love. I'm just being open and transparent about it. Real family, like as long as you're being productive, you paying your bills, and you're going to the next level, this home will always be open to our children. This is their home, and I respect that. That saying this part right here, he made it clear. He's like, I'm gonna be out of here, and that's fine. Spread your wings, eagle. Peace, and that's to always be here. But something he said to me, and I really want you to elaborate on this point because people don't want to get in the forex. Understand? I've been talking only 5 ways of pay. You can get into traditional forex. You can get into HFX. You can get into DCS, which is digital currency. If you say you don't have a lot of time, I'll take it in that HFX. You can say, listen, I want to open a store, sell products. You can get into that as well, and we will teach you step by step how to do so. I'm talking about from click here to just start an account all the way through. This is how you run a Facebook campaign. That's how we do here. And then, of course, the 5th way of pay is, of course, you sharing the opportunity with other people. And the company says, we will reward you for doing so because you helped another family be the change they want to see. You helped another family create income. And I'm going to tell you where I'm going for a second. He told me, and I want to elaborate on this. He told me, he said, Mom, I really, Forex ain't my thing. But I understand that this is the vehicle I need to fund everything else I really want to do. Many of us are doing it backwards. We're saying, let's go start a business, but that takes what? Capital, that takes funds. And so we either A, take a loan, or we either B, have to take from this job and take out of our household in order for us to fund it. When I heard him say, no, Mom, I'm doing this because I understand that this is going to fund all the things I desire to do. It's not about whether I like it or not. It comes easy or not. I understand this is a $6.7 trillion space. All I need is a good 3%. I ain't even asking for 10% so that I can fund and I can pay cash in my house. I don't have to take a mortgage. And I want you to elaborate on that, because how valuable this was for you to get that understanding of what this was, is that this is not about Forex. It is about you getting what you need to do what you really want to do. And I have to think about bills, because we were just talking to someone else yesterday who was saying, listen, mortgage rates are low. So I asked the question, would you rather give up free money, or would you rather, have you ever considered writing a full-fledged check for the home that you want? See, because that's game changing. So I want you to, I'm sorry, son, elaborate on that real quick. Go ahead. About how you said, we're talking about, it's not about me wanting to do it. I like doing it, but it's not my heart's desire, but it's getting me the capital that's so important.
Oh, so you guys take account. There's people that love, there's people out there that just love trading. They love it. They don't want to build. They don't want to do none of that. They don't want to do any other thing. They're passionate about trading. I'm not that person. So when you take into account, what are these things that I want today? I want to get a better vehicle. I want to get my own house. I want to get a new computer. I want to get another laptop. I want to get another console. All things. I'm just worried about me. It's all things that I'm trying to get. Okay, cool. I can fund all these things and I can take the money that I put into Forex and put it towards all that stuff, or I can put that money into Forex and just flip it for grow it. I don't want to say flip. Grow it for 6 months. There might be a better computer out there. There might be a better car that I want, or I might see something new. I want this one instead. There's these things happen, and people are just taking stuff from I want to have my own business. And you started, what is your business? Mm-hmm. You're starting things without knowing full context of what you want to do, in a sense, or what you need to do it. People start. There's a show called, it's on Netflix. This is a fictional show. Cobra Kai. Dude starts his karate dojo again, but he doesn't know what it takes to start a karate dojo.
Okay.
So now he's just struggling for a good 3 months till he figures out, okay, this is all the stuff I need to have before I can actually start my own business. So there's people out here that just want to do stuff. You're like, yes, you can do it, but you're not looking at all the behind the scenes. You're just seeing that, they have a full-fledged building, air conditioning, got employees, all that. Mm-hmm. You don't see all the time that it took for them to just get to that point, though. So people are looking at the end result.
Want to be the butterfly. Everybody, what did he say, Mark Dio?
Everybody want to be the butterfly.
Everybody wants to be the butterfly, but nobody
wants to be the caterpillar.
No. How does it go, Marcus?
Nobody cares about the caterpillar. Everybody wants to be
Everybody focus on the butterfly. No one cares about the caterpillar. When the caterpillar is the focus, you have to get in this conclusion and really do it. But I say that to say, because you like HFX, you're learning something. I believe everyone should have a stream of income, or it doesn't take the backbone of your body, or you're just really learning. You're growing your mind, using the process where you didn't use before. And so I think sometimes we think Forex is hard. Let me be very clear. Forex is not a scam. And we're going to set that tone right there. You can go ask Siri, get your Echo out, ask Alexa, ask what's up, Bixby. You can ask Google. Forex is not a scam. Many of you are saying, I got to get another job, so I got to do something else, and in order for me to get the income that I need, and now you're actually taking time. What I love about this space is that I still have my time. I'm home. I'm going to be transparent. We're going to let you know. I'm like, we're close with a certain comment. What I'm going to talk about, we're home. I told him, he walked away from our opportunity, and it was the best decision I think he made for him. And we were supporting him all hands down. We're a very untraditional family. I'm glad I have untraditional friends, because if some of the things this maybe the average person or the traditional person like, that's wrong, shouldn't do that. But I want my son to enjoy his life like I want. Okay? Because I remember what it's like to not be afforded grace, to make mistakes and be in certain positions. And so me and my husband have agreed on where it came to what that looked like. I'm going somewhere with this. And so I made a statement to him. I cleared it through one of my baby's grandmothers, and I told him what my heart was. And when he decided to make this decision, I went to my husband and I said, there's nothing keeping us in one place. Because William is not stuck here. Chloe is little. I want to be mobile. I want to be today. I want to go to our apartment in this particular city just to get some clarity, just to think about some things, just to be able to grow some things and touch my team there and really love on my people. I want to be able to do that. And not think about anything in one place. And so I shared that with him. He said, Mom, you're right. I mean, we can do it, as a family. And I said, okay, now I got really the grace and really the confirmation from my family that we were okay with this. And what I'm going to is that this space afforded us the opportunity to think on another level. My son bought his first, he'd been buying Bitcoin, but really to store it was something that we did for Christmas. I made it very clear. He can take you right here, he'll tell you. I made it years ago. Don't ask me for nothing that ain't gonna be something that's gonna get you money. This ain't no hobby or no, I'm buying you shoes that you can have 50 pairs of shoes. No. If it's not gonna get you another dollar, if it's not gonna grow you, don't ask me for it. I gifted him, we paid for him to do an online program. We're supposed to go to Vegas, that was canceled for video editing. He had to show me that's what he really liked doing. Not for a week, not for a day, but for really almost 2 months. I had to see something for me to invest in. He has a caravan that we're going right now. We're going to invest in a bigger one. We got some different things we're getting. Why? Because that's not his heart's desire. But anything that he's doing now, he can get Xbox and PlayStation anytime. If it's coming out of my pocket, it is to invest for him to grow his money. So this is what I want you to close with. I want you to answer this question. Do you feel, well, actually, we're going to start out, do you feel you missed out? I want you to close with this. I gifted you money to start your stocks. I gifted you money to, not because it was your birthday, just because it was a day and I feel I wanted to get you something. I gifted you money with Bitcoin. Do you feel do you feel those gifts were better than me saying, let me go buy you? Because he'll tell you, I've been trying to get him to sell that PlayStation, he didn't open it now. When he told me how much he was willing to pay for it, I said, sell! He's like, Mom. I was like, sell! Get another. He's like, I was really itching to do it, Mom. Because he understands his message in it. But I want you to ask this question. When you're talking about parents who are about to stand in the line tomorrow, when you're talking to parents who are trying to scrap up $500, how much was the game system? It's $500. To go buy a game system. Not for kids. I'm talking about the kids who got 10 million followers who are making a good check off of gaming, right? I'm not talking about those people. Because I know people are making money. You showed me that. But I'm talking about the people who are going to scrap up their last to go get them a game system, who's going to scrap up their last to buy them a child the nicest pair of shoes that all they're going to do is sit in the house with on anyway. I want you to tell me, I want you to really speak to that and why you feel the investments that I made in you to grow your money, to get what you really want, sacrificing now for later on. Why was that? Do you feel that was better, that I made a better decision there? Or should I have bought you the different things? Go ahead. And we're going to close with that.
What's funny that you say that because I'm that person where I will go buy, if I want it bad enough, that's the only reason I didn't put it to some of my PlayStation was because I'm like, I've been wanting a PlayStation for years. Mm-hmm. I got one and ended up being defective, so I lost it, so I couldn't use it. But if I wanted shoes, I would go get it. If I wanted some hats or something, I would go get anything that I desired. I never went out of my way unless it was something I was like, okay, I need $50 because I'm trying to get this. And I did something like even with the video editing, they paid for the classes for me to take, but I had spent 2 years using different programs to learn how to do it myself. So I used different programs and trying to figure it out. So they bought me a better program to do it with. Because I always said, I want to make a movie. Like I already have the title. I need to finish working on a script, but I always wanted to make a movie. It was going to be a spoof movie, but still, it was going to be a movie that I wanted to do myself. So with that, it would show me that, okay, she's going to, because she was willing, you paid for it originally.
What?
You paid for all that stuff. You paid for my editing stuff originally. So when she said, when she was willing to do stuff like that, that showed me, okay, if she's willing, my mother's always been in the realm of, I want to invest in something. you have to be giving me back something. So when it comes to me buying all my game consoles, shoes and stuff, I pay for that out of my own pocket because it's getting that stuff I wanted. And I was always the person like, okay, I bought this. Okay, how can I I always put it towards me getting my new console in a way. So anytime I got something, I always gave something up for it, whether it was clothes. If I got new clothes, I would get rid of old clothes that one I didn't really wear anymore, so it didn't matter. Or I would just get rid of them just because, all right, I need to clean this out. So when it came to you doing Bitcoin and Coinbase and Forex and all that stuff, I knew you wouldn't, if you didn't see that there was a benefit from it, if it wasn't beneficial, not just for me, but if it wasn't benefiting you, let's say, I knew you wouldn't give me money to do it. So since I knew at the end of the day, you would have my best interest at heart. Mm-hmm. So you investing stuff in me, I'm like, okay, I've been on this earth 23 years, and I'm yet to see a time where she's willingly gone out of her way to bring me a situation that wasn't beneficial for me. So it might have been some times where something would happen and it turned into something negative, but originally it was something good that was the initial investment. So with you investing in Bitcoin and you giving me the money to do it, I'm like, okay, she sees something. There's certain things I pay attention to, there's certain things I'm not looking at. I don't look at everything, unfortunately, not yet. I haven't developed that ability. But if she sees this as an opportunity for me to grow, and it's going to be beneficial to me, I'm not going to be like, oh no, don't do it. I'm like, okay, I know at the end of the day, she's probably got my best interest at heart because she hasn't shown me anything else. She hasn't shown that she was maliciously trying to hurt me or she doesn't want me to grow or anything like that.
I'm listening. Go ahead, son. No, because I'm saying, I know he said it benefits me. I'm saying he has his own Coinbase account. Like anything I've done, I'm looking at. It's like we sometimes hoard so much information, and then we get upset with our children. They're not doing all these things, but we're not telling them how to do it. I can leave him $1 million right now. He would be like, now he's like, I know exactly what I need to do. But before he'd been like, okay, you left me the money, and that's great. But what am I supposed to do? But now put him in a position where grow the money. Stop blowing up. Them Xboxes will be there. Them phones will be there. The only reason why he got a new phone is because he needed a phone. That's one thing I say about him. Like certain things, he games, and I get that. But I get on him also. He'll tell you, like, we got clients that say, we're about to get off here, got to record a video for a client, so we can get this done for them. Because I want him to see that it's not just about one thing. So I'm grateful that he sees that everything I've done for him is not, I didn't give him the money for that to be the only money. His job, it's the seed I planted for him to water it and grow it and do what he's supposed to do with it. Period. And he understands it. He's putting more money in his stocks. All I did was plant the seed. He's putting more money in his Bitcoin. All I did was plant the seed and show him, listen, get you other stuff besides Bitcoin. So, any last remarks? A little person is having a moment, trying to grab her, but she keep going past. Any other remarks? Anything you want to close out with as to why? There's some technical difficulties, but go ahead. Any last remarks before we go? Sorry about that, everybody. Technology. I love you, son. I genuinely do. I appreciate you. I'm really proud of you because
Drop them out.
I'm really proud of you because even though sometimes it is by taking it by force, I have pushed my children. You're gonna do this doggone, right? He'll get upset, but I don't care. I don't care. He get upset because he's in the back of my. He knows what's good. Like today, we're gonna be down here together. And we're going to be getting this market. We're going to be talking some different things, some strategies. We've done vision boards. We've done different cultivating. I'm talking about things, but I hear the change in him. So any last remarks? Let me say this. Sign up with him. Y'all, he's building a team. I'm proud of him. He's on his way, y'all. He about to get promoted, and I'm excited for him to have that streaming income coming in. So definitely, if you're on his page, I know he probably didn't share it, but if you see him, you know me, you know him, connect with him. He probably gonna say, let me talk to my mama, but connect with him. He's growing additional streaming income. I'm proud of him. So he's in the space. He can tell you all about it. He knows what to do. Him and his dad. So definitely share this. Whoever share this with you, get with him. I'm gonna let him do the last word. I'm gonna exit off. And then of course, if you know me, hey, invest in your children. You're gonna stand in the line for stuff that they're gonna not appreciate. But I promise you, if you show them how to grow and invest in something else, I'm gonna give some other things. But I've gifted 2 of my children already Bitcoin. Chloe about to get her own Coinbase account too. I'm gonna figure it out so she can grow that. I'm so uber proud of you, son. I love you with all my heart. I really, really do. I hope that you know that every moment, every twist and turn of our journey has prepared you for this moment, and that you're able to even now be a better man because of it. I'm grateful for everything that you do. I'm grateful that you understand that you're responsible and accountable to your siblings. I get that. And so I want to make sure that y'all are set up. You don't have to ever worry about money. 8 generations deep. That's what we're going above. Increase. Last words, and we're gone.
Remember to smile, have fun with it, follow your dreams, follow your heart, invest your money. Step Jack.
Remember to do life on purpose, with purpose, and for purpose. He gets up in the middle of us still on life. Remember to do life on purpose, with purpose, and for purpose. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving. We love each and every one of you.